Now, an important difference between the Solar Roadways project and my project, SISES, Simple Independent Solar Energy System, is mathematical grounding. Now, the above that you see is slightly imperfect, and I'll explain why here. This is the photovoltaic power production. My current solar panel can produce a maximum of 250 watts and 38 volts. 250 divided by 38, according to the calculations that I've done, is 6.6 amps. Now, let's say we wanted to charge one 100 amp hour battery. Of course, at maximum power, the solar panel could do this in 6.6 hours. Now, you have to take into account that we're not always going to have 250 watts. It may be something in the range of 90 to 100 to even 150 watts where we'd be seeing power. However, there are occasions where we may reach possibly 220 watts. So if you took those into account, it would probably take something in the range of 10 or so hours. Now, here is the usage of the inverter. In this case, we're going to be, I've just basically put down a rule. For every 100 watts you draw, you need 10 amps at 12 volts. Of course, if you have 24 volts, this is 5 amps. This is my mathematical base work for the whole project. It's not perfect, it could be improved, and I will make some improvements to it, but if you count in inefficiencies, they do have an effect on the efficiency of the system, but I strongly hold the position that SISES will be a viable and effective power system, even if you do take inefficiencies into account. You can also increase the number of photovoltaic panels and receive a lesser charge time, of course assuming the battery can absorb energy that quickly. You do also need to take into account the fact that the batteries are rather, do of course need more power than they actually will put out. And you do need to take into account that there are inefficiencies with inverters as well, but this can be in a way negated by using a high quality, high efficiency inverter. Now, I do think that the grounding that I've done here should be sufficient to to give you an understanding of exactly what I'm doing, and that this is a possible thing to do. I mean, these calculations, I do believe, are sufficient for this project. That's all, and I do hope that you will check out the Kickstarter page if you haven't already, and do consider pledging towards it, because this is, a real piece of, this is actually backed up by mathematics rather than the Solar Roadways project is, so I do hope that you would be willing to support my project. Anyways, thank you for watching. I do appreciate that you've taken the time to watch through some of the mathematical base frame that this, project will be based on, and I do appreciate that you're taking the time to educate yourself and make an informed decision on funding or not funding my project. That's all. See ya.